Yes, I'm Edward Marika.
Marika.
There's a bit of an interesting story how Stagecoach started. First of all, it started in...
1998.
Well done, 1998. What happened was we realized that there was a gap in the market because children weren't being educated in theatre art schools. And I went to a search engine and I asked musical theatre. And the first website that came up was Stagecoach Theatre Art Schools. And of course, one thing led to another, and in 1998 we started Stagecoach here many, many years ago. And obviously we've seen it grow now over so many years. And they said normally we expect about 30 or 40 people to turn up, and we had over 200. They couldn't believe their eyes and their ears when they saw all these people turning up. So ultimately what we are doing is that we are developing their personality by using, acting, singing and dancing.
And also learning to work in a team, being a team player is something that they learn from very young. It's one of the things that, that we instill in them, that when you're on stage and when you're performing a discipline, you can't just think about yourself. You need to think about everybody else. So then you get a sense of discipline, a sense of commitment.
But being part of a huge family like Stagecoach International, we have that benefit. And of course, if we have it, then our students will benefit from it as well. The other thing we have, the Stagecoach International, they organize once a year a major musical in Surrey in the UK, where they audition children from all around the world. Every single year we've had 2 to 3 students being accepted. Now we're talking about audition of about 500 children, and only 60 are chosen, and we get 2 or 3 from Malta. We do an exchange every year. We've been doing it for the past 7 years now with another Stagecoach franchisee in Oxford, and they send students over to us in summer and they do a workshop here living with Maltese families, and then we take students over to Oxford living with their families over there. Another amazing experience. We've been doing it for 7 years, and the lifelong friendships that come out of it, apart from the experience within the theatre, is inexplicable. We took children to perform at Disneyland Paris, and they did excerpts from a musical on stage twice in the main theatre at Disneyland Paris. Every 2 years we do a huge concert at the Mediterranean Conference Centre, where all our students perform, which we call Vocal Aid, and basically it is a musical concert with a bit of drama and dance thrown in, where we have probably the largest children's choir, where about 400 children will perform, and then we'd have another almost 200 children from the very young ones as well performing. And basically the idea for this is that we raise money for a particular charity, if possible a children's charity, so that it's kind of kids for kids.
Other opportunities, local TV productions and film, foreign film productions.
In Gladiator, where we had about 15 children taking part in the scene next to the Emperor in the Colosseum. Films, other TV films like BBC docudramas like Napoleon, as well as TV commercials as well.
What makes Stagecoach special? For me, I believe that Stagecoach is special because at Stagecoach we care. And for me, personally, the biggest satisfaction is when I see a child who walks into Stagecoach some months back and doesn't say a word and walks in totally with their head down, and you just get a nod if you're lucky. And then, you know, 2 years later, this child is bouncing off the walls and just performing on stage. It just gets me, and for me, that's what makes Stagecoach so special.
Agreed.